My.
Siyaphezulu.
Ain't nobody gonna stop me.
No
Siyabulela man
one.
ku-KO Esther Lucky Star. Hey
KO.
guys,
Hey, KO.
siyahleka because lo
Can
sisi.
you mean?
Lo sisi silibele ukucima i-mic singokudlala ingoma. So mhlawumbe bakhona baphulaphula bavile into abana hey u-Aya une-crush.
Hayi
But
bo.
mhlawumbe ke sake siyiphande apha evekini just as promised. 29 minutes after 11.
Accounts.
You are tuned into Moment of Truth with Siba Makeleni no Aya Kamakana Igayazana
Donswane.
Ladies and gentlemen, just like we promised, we have come to almost the end
I can't
of our
believe
show.
it.
It has come to this point.
Yeah.
The great debate.
Yeah.
Today we are talking, all South Africans should have easier access to firearms.
Hey, good topic. Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely something that, earlier on we spoke about the crime rate in our country. Aya.
Yes.
And it's maybe, uyazibhaqa into yobana uconsiderisha lomba we-firearms because kaloku sana i-safety.
I-safety
yakho. Thina siyavuka kusasa size eshowini sisebenze sithini. Early hours, you get ready.
Yeah.
Abanye bethu bayahayikha. Just like the case yase Northwest.
Yeah, abantu bafana no-Aya. So wena uthini kule debate?
Usiba uthi all South Africans should have easier access
to
firearms.
Hayi ayena uthi
Aya
mvu.
Mhlawumbi masiqale kule part ithi le act ikhoyo, the current act that is there requires firearm license applicants to undergo a detailed background check and pass a firearm detailed background check. So already it's not like uye ungene wethu evenkileni and then uthi no unikwe. We have the information iti noko ngoku i-act ekhoyo iti there needs to be a certain background check. There's a series of tests and even training that happens kulomba way of possessing a firearm.
Okay.
So with that said, Nandimile nditi
musavuma wena
Nanditi just a little easier access. That's not city easier mhlawumbe ndizawuthini because ithetha detailed background check, rightfully so, and then there are checks and you have to pass, I believe, a certain series of tests and a detailed background. Like it has to be very detailed.
Yes.
We need to ensure that.
Yeah.
But nanditi ewe. Little easier access, just maybe shorten the period because I do understand that cookie background check. With training.
Yes.
I've come across a form.
Okay.
That I've had to fill in for someone who was applying to possess a firearm.
Okay.
Had to fill in into questions to your relationship with this particular person, their character, their traits, and whether or not I believe they should possess. My thing is, guys, what's our forms near? But honestly, into yobana
le benza ibuza nam
lo mntu ucompassionate, lo mntu une character, lo mntu umsindo wakhe uzakade, all of those things. I don't know, but I believe that.
Believe it, no?
I believe that that person will be able to handle a firearm and use it appropriately. With that being said, my stance, the world we are living in, Aya, is good touch is a move.
Yeah.
There's always something new popping up. There's always a new syndicate. Yabantu abazonkqonkqoza kokwenu bathi bazolungisa into ethile bawunayo ke lo timing sike seva into yobana hayi man kukho abantu abajikelezayo. At the moment we are aware that i-consensus iyaqhuba kukho abantu abankqonkqozayo, thankfully there are some procedures that one can follow to verify those people that are going to come into your space to get those details that they need. However, yay, there are people who will take advantage. There are people who will go all the way through umntafumana uniform yalo ndawo ne-verification futhi bekhona.
Yeah.
And then next thing, boom, boom, boom. You are in danger, Aya.
Yeah.
If there was a little bit of easier access, I've got a firearm. But because it not only requires a quite extensive training and a background check, but it also requires you to have a certain amount of money. Think utrainwa ngalompu uthengileyo. It's not like so. Yeah, understand, ne? Zikhona ke sports ezidilishana nepipo. We understand that sports there are many competitions.
Yes.
But now I think we are talking about the ordinary South African who wants to protect themselves. Because
masiqale phaa kulaa form yakho. And ndithanda le mba ibikhe yathethwa kwanguwe wayequestion uba do people really write inyani phayana? Because there's no way ndizawuthi no mna usiba no uyakhawuleza uba nomsindo or uaya yebo. Like we don't know if people really are honest phayana. And umntu angayenzwa i-background check kufuna siba no right. But we have many cases where, for example, and I'm sorry to make an example with this. Sinamapolisa who we know that amapolisa have to have guns.
Okay.
But most of the time, we will hear stories about amapolisa bebulala makhosikaz abo and killing themselves. I'm not saying it's wrong, but nalendo basifuna ibe easier access to the guns. That's where my problem is. Even the people that have guns go.
Okay.
You don't really and by trusting them because lendo ndithetha yamapolisa siyayazi but they really have to have guns because bias protector of our societies,
sure.
The fighting of crime and all of that. But most of the time they're using the guns kwindawo wrong. Kwindawo wrong where they will kill someone, their wife, their spouse, and then end up killing themselves. So that's where I'm like, indaba yegun. Yes, I understand we have crime. I understand Siba ufunu's protector, but ndingahamba ke ndiyoyiba nalo gun kaSiba.
Maske sijonga nazi comments ezikhoyo. Ubhuti umbonisele funani uthi no ngoba kaloku ulwaphulo mthetho luphezulu kakhulu apha eMzantsi Afrika, ingakumbi olubhekisele ekuphathweni gadalala kwamanina namantombazana ngokubulawa kwabo nokuxhonyiswa kwezithuthi eziphatha imali. So no. Utsho eseBeacon Bay. Very, very, very interesting. Nansi enye comment ngena from ungesi ngaba yomziphelo. Uthi Nqaba. I agree. We now live in Amapara Republic of South Africa, especially a woman with GBV pandemic. People must be allowed to fight fire with fire. Fighting fire with the law has dismally failed.
I understand it, but also fighting fire with fire, I don't think uzawulunga into. Because kaloku xa ukhupha umpu wakho nam ndikhupha wam umpu sibe ngabo bantu and ke oko ndenza umzekelo, you are aiming kum kanti ingayi kum iye kusisiloza usemva kwam.
Umntu anayo surely there's a certain level of training. Ilona kaloku umntu etrainwa kaloku aye before ibe official okanye afumane la license yakhe officially. It would be great if someone who's watching
yes.
a firearm could have a young comment to say, no man, Siba no aya, kwati, and
yes.
how it's
yes.
actually going.
That would be awesome.
Both these points that Umboniseli as well as Unqaba have raised are valid. And
they
I love
really
because
are.
Omnya uti yes.
Omnya uti
yeah. Uti ati Unqaba. We are living in
Amapara
Republic of South Africa. Listen, crime, it's every day.
every day.
Every single day. Listen, let's say in the Puma, because we know that there are certain areas that are known for mhlambi amapara.
Yes.
Let's say in Konzayamikli area. I have a late session, a rehearsal or a meeting. I'm a female. Ideally, if I am yamhleli phansi kweseat, because in the last distance, last distance suke egeyithini eza emotweni imfutshane but in ebusuku ke ngoku already kaloku amaphara ane-timing. Ayayitshekisha i-activity. Oh, okay, every Wednesday. Oh, okay, nansi into. Oh, okay, and then before you know it, uyahlaselwa. Don't you think me having that firearm on some would I don't know, I'd feel a lot safer.
Diakova, I hear you.
Yeah.
And it's okay. My problem is the easier access.
The problem is the easier access
with me.
I'm just saying let's ease.
Because I'm a para. Don't think I'm a para. I even go back to about that bright. Tina, we tend to think I'm a para. I'm a para who are sophisticated, but they are sophisticated maparas. So now they must have easier access to firearms. We have a mapara that wear Gucci
and bed.
We have a mapara that drive cars to kwenza izinto ebantwini. So are you telling me now abo bantu must have easier access?
Listen, you've got a point, because ke umuntu egqibeleni xa isenxibe
right
loo nto ayofika kuloo ndawo a-aplaye mhlawumbi kangabhalwa abalipara and they are essentially just trying to get easy access to the firearm. Asazi noba uzayithini for that matter. Mhlawumbi ke kuthiwa mhlawumbi ke for argument's sake sithi mhlawumbi masiyirimove lo mba we-detailed background check, for example, because it may take a minute to find out uba ithini into yalo mntu. And I believe background check because adjust here and there to suit. So aya uthi kum basically sure Siba unganayo lo mpu phantsi kwesiti yakho, but nalo elphara because of this easier access
anganayo na umpu, because
firefighting with fire
lebenzile ke mna ke izaba nzima, because nephara lokungithi nalo malibe iza li South African masingenze ngathi South African. South African card. ID, everything that you have.
All those prerequisite documents.
Unazo. So it's in your, because gazubhala pe nhloko ba ulipara. And one thing I used to end crime. No one confesses to their crime ways.
Mhlambi kunothiwa mhlambi umuntu before awufumane lo mpu mhlambi sisuse lo mba we-background check. Ndihlale phansi ndiye for lie detector test. Kuthiwa iduru ke kodwa.
I think makuyiwa ko.
Samutshekisha kaloku samutshekisha.
I think that's the best way. Do you really want the gun?
Yes, I do.
But do you really want to have safety?
Yes.
But let's go.
With every right comes a responsibility. Just because I possess a firearm.
Yes.
Doesn't mean now that I have to. And listen, I mean, they're both raising some valid points.
They are.
Especially Colomba with GPV.
Yes, they are. Lenon City, I think the Lenduita Magumba Quensweg line tuntun. Yes, please. Where we will see Nyamba Siba Utetinyan.
But yes, ba. There was a cut line detector test.
Not so angry. Was a lap when hey, couldn't get your confession.
I've never know about just these things that we watch.
Oh yes.
I mean, I think there's a certain degree of factual. where you would find that there are certain people who can manipulate that system, because it does not, it picks up on your heart rate, it picks up on the levels
how
of
you
anxiety,
breathe,
how you're breathing.
Yes.
So I mean, listen, if you are someone who is in control of emotions or who can suppress them, for that matter, you can get away with passing that test.
But I usually see uba khona abantu abanjalo. They usually say uba there's no yes or no answer, you know. So abantu abanjalo, I think you should question whether you give them the firearm or not.
I couldn't say for.
Yeah, but so if I ask you a question and then your answer and it answer yakho, that's where I'm like abo bantu ke mabafakwe pha ku no, because we don't know uba the reason why you wanted a firearm.
Listen, I must say, Lamba background check is very important.
It is.
If you're talking about someone,
welcome.
Listen, if you're talking about someone who has quite a violent background in terms of history, we would not want someone on Jaya possessing a firearm.
Yes.
We understand?
Yes.
Kiene nanku nabunzima twani patience. Uti, good day everyone. I'm listening from Josie. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. International.
And national.
Yes.
Thank you so much for tuning in. Iklesha is 15 minutes to the top of the hour. 15 minutes until the end of the show.
Oh, I can't believe.
But Kesesilapa, you are tuned into Moment of Truth, and we are in the segment SCSAT, a great debate. SCT, all South Africans should have easier access to firearms. But perhaps before we conclude today's session, I'm pinning KNR Cares Winter Warmth Drive. KNR Cares, in partnership with Helping Those in Need, is looking for your help in achieving the success of the Winter Warmth Drive 2022. We plead with you to search because someone out there really needs something warm that may be just sitting there gathering dust. Winter is no joke when you have nowhere to go to protect you from the cold. As we all know, it can get very lonely in the winter, even when the elements, especially when the elements are working against your well-being. During these tough times, we are attempting to collect 1,000 items to be handed over at the end of June 2022. Drop your donation items at Keith and Gessi Radio, 628 Donald Road, Evanston, the opposite game across the street from Evanston Park. We would love to see the collection stack grow every day to ensure that as many children, women, Namadota get to realize a warmer and better winter. Let's make it happen together for those who refuse to live out in the cold, helping those in need, because say it all together now.
KNR Cares.
You know, postnet to postnet.
Yes.
If there are some old clothes that you may have, but as of course, that you can can assist a family or two, even if it's one person. Please do send those items to the address that I have already mentioned.
Siba. Because when we are phone, when you wanted a fire.
Listen, we live in times it's not really safe to lock yourself into the car. Worst case scenario, you get into a car accident and there's a struggle because But listen, we can't not lock ourselves in the car because of as robots in. Your whole life flashes in front of you.
Yes.
And I think that easier access would put me in a position of ease just a little bit, especially if I'm traveling at night, because guess man has an shows most we leave significantly late, early hours of the morning. I believe man la easier access out to tell hey license elphethana okanye la card lincinci ndilifumane nini. We understand?
Ndiyakuva, but kaloku xa usithi mizuzu nayo uzathi mizuzu. because now easier access. Yeah, fun na. Usathi wash ati wola. So
Even fire with fire.
Hey.
So what are your thoughts on what Ungabe has said in terms of the law has dismally failed us? So pretty much we are in a space where we feel that we should now take the law into our hands.
Yes.
There are certain places. You need to be able to prove that you are actually defending yourself.
I think that's one of the things where I'm like, how? Like, but now I have to prove. Defend. Relating, I understand it. That's where I'm like, hey, bias fail.
But also,
because you're telling me if I can't, this and no, really, I was defending myself. This a bunch.
Possibly, Galok.
Yebo? Dizawubanje lento engekhoyo because kaloku I was defending myself lo muntu befuna undibulala okanye befuna ukwenza loo nto. Yebo?
Which then, I mean, it brings something to my mind. You to be in a self-defense.
Yeah.
Yes. The self-defense classes, but self-defense versus possessing a firearm, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's different.
Listen, when you are in a position like flight or fight,
yes.
I really wonder if it really comes to mind. First instinct. Okanye lo mpu uzanceda.
Siba. Hayi ndijongile uba uyaphi. No, I understand it and I get it, nyan. Imagine nyan umntu ukhomba ngompu. The first thing ndithethele mna I always freeze whenever something happens, So mandithi when I took lessons to as our way. Of course, the first thing is not going to be like, hey, okay,
yeah.
I'm going to freeze because the first thing I'm going to think, hey, ubumbam. What if ndiyenze wrong? Yes, but funeka uyenze right.
Adrenaline, there's so much that goes on.
There's so much that goes on. So yeah, I get you.
Fine. Kuka's background checks, they're very important for us to have before usiba afumane umpu wakhe. But then do you have a plan B? Okay, to continue lomba wobana masiqhube background checks, masiqhube training, maqhube yonke lento aya. In the meantime, how do I protect myself? Kukho lomba we-GBV, kukho lomba wobana just by virtue of being a woman, I am vulnerable. So then in the meantime, while I do not have or possess my firearm, how do I protect myself?
Yeah, I think that's where I don't know. Yeah, I want to be honest. I don't know. But also I want us to think about the fact that if it might be easier, it's going to be easier for you alone.
Yeah.
It's going to be easier even for the criminal. Yeah, well, that's where my point is. It's going to be easier for everyone. So it means easier by law.
Suspicious when should we have easier access to firearms? I is raising a very valid point.
Yeah.
Lenditi, fine, it's going to be easy for me to get my firearm because I feel the need to protect myself as a woman living in South Africa.
Yes.
But that also means that Elopara might also have Singatanaye at the same time. Because Naya, he will have easier access to possess a firearm.
Yeah.
So perhaps it is something that we should think about because but it means song sizawuba nayo a firearm. That's on that.
Yeah.
We're going to leave it to our viewers and our listeners to decide. Yes, no, substantiate your answer. But I think that is pretty much it from
That's
our side.
it.
Time flies. Time flies. Thank you for being with us from the morning. This morning, still morning.
Yes.
Almost. We are almost about to say good day.
Yes.
We are almost about to hand over to Lady P with the invasion.
Yeah.
Siyabulela man.
Kakhulu.
Ngokusiboleka indlebe zenu. Namehlo enu.
Yes.
Because kaloku singabo bantu. Si audio visual. Nithi nisimamele.
Nibe nisibukele.
Internationally. Ndamthanda uRagadi wesitishi xa isithi ayi shishili. Sithi abo. Igama lam nguSiba Makeleni.
Elamo ke ayabonga intombi yasemdantsane.
Igqiyazana lasemdantsane. Thank you so much for being with us today. That is officially it. Tune in tomorrow between 9 and 12. Who knows who'll be seated in the seat because they show katrule.
Take over.
We shall
see.
We shall see. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for staying tuned. Between 9 and 12, moment of truth. Masiva. No Justin Bieber, no Daniel Caesar. Besithi Peaches.